What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Just on my way to my next destination, which is probably gonna be the gym. I mean, real talk. But let me get into this topic, man, before I take off. Can somebody tell me what is going on in the legal world? You really can't sue anybody for anything. I'm talking about some Shedeur Sanders fan. They may not even be a fan. They might just be saying that. But some Shedeur Sanders fans suing the NFL for $100 million. So it starts off like this. The fan was so stressed over the draft, over Shedeur sliding to the 5th round, that he went out to go seek legal representation. And he found somebody that actually would take this case. He is suing the NFL for $100 million. He came to this number because of his diagnosis, I guess, of his emotional distress. All right. The emotional damage that he took at the hands of the NFL because he believes that they colluded in order to make it so that Shedeur went 144th overall in the 5th round. Man, talk about ridiculous. What is going on for real? You really can't sue anybody for any goofy thing you could possibly think of. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should come up with something. Not sue anybody personally, but sue some giant entity for some ridiculous amount of money and just hope they settle. I mean, obviously, they're not going to give this man $100 million. That's not going to happen. They send a sniper after him long before they actually do something like that. However, and I think it's crazy that this is a thing, I would not be surprised if they settle this for a couple $100,000. Right? Really. I really wouldn't. Like, in fact, I'm almost certain that's going to be the outcome. They're going to settle this goofy lawsuit because, quite frankly, money fixes a lot of problems. A lot of problems you can just throw money at it and it goes away. They know what this is. They know that this is a shakedown. They know this is some frivolous lawsuit. But they can either give him 150K and make him go away, or they can try suing. I mean, not suing him, but going ahead and taking him to court and possibly spend more than that fighting this. Me personally, I would take him to court, even if I do end up spending a couple $100,000 or whatever in court fees. To me, it sends a much stronger message to take this mofo all the way to court, fight him, give him nothing, than it does to settle it. I mean, settling it is quick, it's easy. All right, let's go. That couple $100,000 that we gave him, we're not even gonna feel that. This is like life-changing money for him, presumably. But for the NFL, that's not even money that's worth noticing. You get what I'm saying? But still, I think it sends a stronger message to take him to court, fight, and give him nothing than to pay his ass anything, because you're going to set the tone for other possible frivolous lawsuits like this in the future. And you definitely don't want to do that. The last thing you want to do is pay one of these dummies and now you got a bunch of dummies coming afterwards. Never forget that McDonald's case where the woman put hot coffee in her lap. She pulls up to drive through. She puts hot coffee in her damn lap. She pulls off. She hits a bump or something like that. Her thighs squeeze the cup. The lid flips off and she gets scalding hot coffee all in her lap. She sued McDonald's for medical expenses, but for whatever reason, the jury decided that they would give her what? I don't even remember what it was. It might have been like 12 million or 20 million. It was somewhere in that range. Forgive me for not recalling the exact number, because it happened a long time ago. But it was the reason why McDonald's hot beverage cups had the hot all around. Shout out to people who remember that cup design. They had the styrofoam cup that had hot all around it in different colors. It was like a red, then like a brownish, and then a yellow. Different rows said hot. It was coffee. Yes, it was hot. Of course it was hot. But because that lawsuit, that was a sweeping change that they made when it came to their coffee. They now had a warning on the coffee cup that it was hot. Because you come in and you order hot coffee, you somehow would be oblivious to this. But that is really where these frivolous lawsuits took off from. And now you skip forward here, 2025, the frivolous lawsuits are alive and well. They're worse than ever because now you got people going after individuals. It was once reserved for the most part for large companies, businesses, but now you got people doing frivolous lawsuits against people directly. And you know who I'm talking about. You know what situations I'm talking about. We got Shay Sharp, the Game had one against him, Soldier Boy had one against him, and I'm gonna leave that one out because that one we don't know if it's frivolous yet. But then another one we got Byron Scott. He dealt with some chick way back in the day. I don't know if it was the 80s or 90s, but some chick way back in the day, and now that chick is suing him. You know, where does it end? So yeah, frivolous lawsuits have become a serious problem because you can just sue anybody now. So we have this situation here. I'm curious how it's gonna turn out. I got a feeling how it's gonna turn out, but I want confirmation. How is this shit really gonna turn out? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.